And welcome back to The Factor Uncensored. Concerning new numbers show just how serious road rage is here in the city of Houston. Our city leads the nation in road rage-related shootings. Between 2014 and 2023, there were 192 incidents on record. The number of shootings in Memphis, Tennessee during that same time frame is much smaller. 55 incidents are on record. Joining us to talk about it tonight, HPD officers Kyle Roach and Officer Brandon Bullock. Glad to have you here both on The Factor Uncensored. First of all, for those who are wondering, road rage is a problem, a psychological issue when you're in that car behind that wheel, right?
Yes, sir, and that's what we teach. When you define road rage, it's when you allow the stress and anxiety of driving to boil over to an aggressive action towards another vehicle.
And sometimes that can become deadly.
Oh, most definitely. We, in the city of Houston, there's 80% chance that you're going to be involved in a road rage situation, and then 90% chance that you're just going to witness one. And then we see that about 50%, 40 to 50% of those, there's a weapon involved.
Wow. And so, Officer Roach, why so high here in the city of Houston? Of course, we know we drive this city, and it takes a while to get anywhere, but why road rage is so high in the city of Houston, you think?
Well, it's a myriad of factors, but it could be the size of the city, as you say. I mean, we have more square miles than the average city. So the size of the city, the growth of the population, because I don't think this is obviously, as you said, not a symptom specifically to Houston. So just the fact that we have so many people is probably the primary factor on why we have a higher number.
And Officer Bullock, when we take a look at road rage, what would be the best option to avoid it? I've always believed in no eye contact, do not engage. What would be your best advice to people so they won't become a victim of road rage?
Yeah, so those are definitely great tips, and we teach 5 steps. And number 1, Kyle mentioned it regarding what is road rage, is don't be that aggressive driver. Number 1, you can limit your opportunity of being in that situation if you just don't drive aggressively. And then we also ask that you will be aware of your surroundings. So if you see somebody that's driving aggressively, pay attention. Don't be on your cell phone. Don't text and drive. That way you can be aware and truly focus what's on important, which is driving.
And interestingly, because you mentioned the psychological aspect of it, you have to control your emotions. So you cannot let another driver pull you into that road rage incident. So if you have to remain calm, try to step back, try to detach from that road rage incident, but you cannot match aggression with aggression. It's only going to escalate and make everything worse.
And really quick, in the last 30 seconds we have here, if you find an individual and you find yourself in a road rage incident where you're in traffic, you're stuck, but someone is at your window, beating at your window, what would be your best advice to handle that?
First, foremost, that's an emergency. That is the time to call 911. To get the police involved, get them en route to that location, get as best description as you can for the vehicle, for your location, and communicate that information to dispatch so we can come out there and address that immediately.
And you're never going to want to, in that specific scenario, roll down your window. You're never going to want to engage with that driver. You're going to want to try to stay detached as best you can.
I thought you were going to say, this is Texas, pull out your gun and shoot their asses. No. We just totally disregarded everything we talked about. Thank you guys for joining us here. Still